Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. So welcome. I am very excited to have with me today Layla Martin, who is, let's see, what is the correct way of describing her? She is a master in orgasmic bliss, and I know that you are all very interested in that, so I'm very excited to have her with me here today. And she is the founder of the Bliss course, the Orgasmic Bliss course. So we'll hear a bit about that today. So first, Layla, I just want to thank you for being here with me.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. And first, I just want to hear a bit from you. I know that you have studied Tantra for about 10 years and studied a lot about the secrets of sensuality, of orgasm, and Tantra. And Tantra is such a big field, such a big subject. So what made you focus on orgasm specifically?
Right, so when I looked at women who were starting to evolve and awaken and wanting to go on a spiritual path, I found that the two biggest blockages that most women had were, one, a lack of self-love. And a lack of self-love really translates into not being fully in your body, not being fully present. Because if you're rejecting yourself, you're feeling levels of self-hatred, you kind of don't want to show up for your life. The other big thing I saw was that there was a resistance to having a free flow of energy through the body, that life force energy that's so important to us as women. And when I looked at orgasmic energy and a woman's relationship to her own orgasms, I saw that that was an amazing foundation and starting point for you to learn to love yourself very, very deeply, learn to connect with your body, and also to look for all those places where maybe you have shut down to energy running through your body, where you've shut down to pleasure, where you've shut down to all of the energy that you're capable of feeling in your life. So I work with orgasm because I feel like it is an amazing foundation to get things right within, get things open and flowing, and then step to more and more levels of wisdom.
So it really goes to the core of who we are, to the deepest place where we're holding tension, as well as opening up to more relaxation, receptivity for life.
Absolutely.
And for self-love.
Yeah, you could say in a way that the way that you relate to orgasm is a way that you also relate to your spirituality. How open, how much you can allow yourself to feel levels of pleasure, of connection, how much you can allow into your body has a lot to do with how open you can be to spiritual truth as well. So just a really excellent and really fun way to learn about yourself and to grow.
Cool. So Layla's Bliss course is just about to launch. I'm very excited. I will definitely participate in the course and see what it can do for me. And so what I want to ask you is, what do you, from having worked with a lot of women in this area, what do you see women consistently struggling with their orgasms, and how can the Bliss course help them with this?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different things. One big one is that women get into sexual habits or patterns, and then they feel like they just can't get out, that they're stuck there. So there's a lot of women who feel that they can only orgasm with a vibrator, or they can only have a clitoral orgasm, or they can only bring themselves to orgasm, but they can't orgasm with their partner. And what I find is that a lot of women kind of take that as, this is it, this is the best I can do, I'm stuck in this place. And that actually, because orgasm happens in the brain and it has to do with our neural pathways, that when you want to get yourself out of an addictive pattern, so let's say you feel like you can only orgasm from having someone go down on you, but you really want to experience orgasm from intercourse, that actually it can't just happen all in one go. You have to work step by step towards creating a new pathway in your brain for your brain to understand, okay, I knew how to orgasm from someone going down on me before, now I need to learn how to orgasm from having sex. What happens is a lot of women, because they can't do it in the first or second try, give up and think, okay, that's it, I'm done, I failed, I messed up, this is impossible for me, and there ends up being this feeling of guilt or shame or failure. And what I really love for women to understand is, actually, even if you don't have an orgasm, the more that you focus on your pleasure over and over again in the ways that you want to receive orgasm, the more you're strengthening those pathways in your brain. So eventually your brain goes, aha, actually, there's so much pleasure here, I can have an orgasm. So that's really important to me. Another big blockage that I find with women is they not fully understanding how relaxed and how trusting they need to be in order to have an orgasm. Now,
Yes, girl, this is a big one.
In order to orgasm, a woman's brain, actually the parts that look out for safety in the environment and for threats in the environment shut down. It's a very vulnerable place to be in, to have an orgasm. And so if so many women have been raised without a feeling that their sexuality is a safe thing, that it is safe to be sexual, most of us, either from trauma or negative experiences or even just messages we got from the culture, we had the communication that our sexuality could be a dangerous or a scary thing. And so we're unconsciously locking down how fully we allow ourselves to surrender. And that is a two-part thing. One is to work on yourself and how much you can actually train your body to understand that orgasm and an orgasmic state is a trustworthy state, it's a safe state, it's a beautiful state, and also working with your partner on things like communication and how they hold space for you when you're in that place. And finally, the last big sort of blockage I see women having is just so much focus on, I'm not good enough, I weigh too much, I'm too old, I'm too unattractive, I'm too, what is he thinking of me? Is this good enough? Is this too much? Is it not enough? Is he going to think I'm too in love with him? Am I not loving enough? All of that keeps us up here, which is a drain on the real power of our orgasmic potential. So I really work on getting women out of the head, out of the insecurity, and back into the sensations of the body where every woman has a tremendous orgasmic potential.
Beautiful. And I feel also so much, and also when I work with women around this, I feel it's so much also about redefining and expanding the definition of orgasm. That is not so much necessarily about a genital spasm that lasts for however many seconds or whatever, but about becoming more open for life, letting down the barriers, the shields, that these kind of layers of fear and tension that we have built up as protection.
Yes.
But so about becoming, as you say, more vulnerable, daring to be vulnerable in this. So in the Bliss course, is there also more of the focus on just that, becoming more intimately connected with life?
Absolutely.
As opposed to reaching a peak or reaching a goal of having just the peak experience of orgasm.
Absolutely. So within the course, I work both with just the openness to the pleasure waves and the subtleties and the sensitivities and the sublime sexual experiences, but I also leave room for the peak orgasmic experiences as well, because for me sometimes we can also get caught up in, I only want to have this type of orgasm but not this type of orgasm, and I think they're all really beautiful. So I create a space for all of that to exist, but to give you the opportunity to discover new pathways to orgasm, new types of orgasm, and to really tap into that source of pleasure as being orgasmic rather than trying to create the same thing you've always known over and over again.
Beautiful. And so what gets me really excited about what Layla is doing, what you're doing, about the Bliss course, about all of these things that are happening in the world right now, is that I feel this is the key to women really fully stepping into their relaxed power, because a woman who's connected to her sensuality, to her ecstasy, to her orgasmic states, is a woman who's fully in her power, but not from a kind of shielded, put on from the outside power, but really from the inside. So this is also where I'm seeing this is really helping to heal so much on all levels in our lives, that our sexuality is not an isolated part of our lives, but everything is integrated. And when we open up to more of deeper orgasmic states, it just does so much for everything.
Absolutely.
In our life.
It's amazing. It's such a cultural thing that we work on our minds, we work on our bodies, we develop our relationships in a certain way, but when it comes to something like orgasm or sex, there's almost a guardedness, a sense of, oh, my orgasms are fine, or oh, why would you work on sexuality? Whereas you can develop your sexuality like anything else in your life, not because there's something wrong with it or because you need to, but because that curiosity and that growth keeps us alive as humans. So I developed the Bliss course to be those foundational practices that both connect you to your body, help you feel more and more sensation inside your body, learn to express more emotions, be able to release past emotional baggage, but also just have a daily practice that helps you to evolve your sexuality so that your sexuality matures with you in life, becomes fuller, deeper, more profound.
Great. So just lastly, I want to check in with you. So if you would put it into like 1 or 2 sentences, what is the kind of transformation that a woman could expect what are the kind of experience that a woman could expect who is thinking about signing up for the Bliss course?
Right. So the Bliss course helps you to transform closure, tightness, shut down, numbness, insecurity, and emotional blockage into openness, relaxation, pleasure, passion, and orgasmic excitement.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'm signing up for sure, definitely. And so if you feel called to participate in this, to check it out, to feel if it is for you, because I feel that, you know, life is too short to stay closed down, to stay shut down. So to expand in this way is, yeah, it's priceless. It's the best thing you can ever do for yourself. So if you want to find out more, then you can just click the link below this video and it will take you straight to the Bliss course. And yeah.
And there's a video there as well where I talk about the 3 biggest sexual blocks that women face and how to overcome them, and that's a free video, so you're welcome to check that out as well to see if this content is for you.
So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Layla.
Alright, yes, thank you.
Thank you, and have a beautiful day. Bye.